Hello everybody, I want to do a quick shout out at the beginning of this video and say thanks to all the new subs coming in and let you guys know if you're a daily viewer of my channel. Currently, as the channel stands, over 60% of the people that are daily viewers, meaning people that watch my videos almost every single day when they see them recommended, aren't subscribed because they probably don't feel the need to because they see my videos all the time, so they can just find me that way. If you do like watching my videos, please do subscribe. The flat out honest truth of the matter is your subscriptions directly improve the quality of my life. So thank you. And kind of the sad reality of the fact is literally everything is kind of based upon your subscriptions. Even as much money as like sponsors will pay you are based upon that number. So I got to pump it up. All right. Well, you guys ready for the intro today? All right. Well, check me out. I am faceless cosplay. So I thought we would mix it up today, and instead of painfully opening shards like I do every day, we're going to painfully open up some gear packs. So I'm going to show you guys, if you buy out all of the gear packs, the RNG involved. Now, the weapon, the helmet, and the shield can't roll different primaries, so we might snag a couple decent ones of those, but the ones that matter, meaning the boots, the gloves, and the chest, is going to be entirely RNG. We're looking for attack percentage on the chest, or HP percentage, mostly. We're looking for critical damage on the gloves, and we're looking for like speed on the boots, or attack percentage on the boots, and then obviously we're looking for like critical rate, critical damage, secondaries, and speed, etc. So we're going to go ahead and buy these packs out now, and I'll return to you in 1 second when we go to look. Okay, there we go. I just finished purchasing them. Let's go ahead and pick them up, and then we're going to go take a look and see what we got. Now I'm going to leave the energy in here because my next video is going to be farming overnight and showing you guys what kind of rewards you can get if you farm dungeons overnight. So I'm going to keep that there because we're going to use that energy later. That's kind of part of the reason I'm doing this too. I'm going to get 2 videos out of this. And the artifact leveling event is coming up as well. So I'm kind of getting a little bit of value out of this time. So we got some pretty good amount of energy there. And we got a pretty good amount of critical damage gear. Now let's look into it. Okay, this is what $100 looks like worth of gear. So if we go ahead and kind of poke through this, the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to move myself out of the way, because I am going to be directly blocking. There we go. Let's put that there. And we're going to go through every piece of gear. $100, all 5 packs. And we can just go through it briefly. You can see like that one's kind of okay. It's going to be showing here crit damage, crit rate, accuracy, speed, crit damage, crit rate. That's a nice one with resistance. That's a Mountain King piece. Speed, crit rate, attack, HP. That's okay. Crit, that one's a throwaway. That one's a throwaway. So 3 of those were decent to good. 2 of these were, I would say 1 of these is phenomenal. This one's like okay to decent. This one's usable. So we have a few usable there. That's pretty much a throwaway unless the crit damage rose good. Speed on that's going to be the only saving grace there unless resistance rose a whole bunch for Mountain King. HP, speed, crit rate, and attack. Speaking of Mountain King, that's a Mountain King item, and that's also a very nice there. A resistance, speed, a flat attack, and crit rate. That could be okay if crit rate rose a few times. Attack percentage, crit percentage, that same deal. Would have to row pretty good on the crit rate. So we didn't do very good on the helmets. We got one really good one here. 2 potentially okay ones, depending on how the crit rode. So we got 3, and let's say 3 and 2. So we got 5 pieces of usable gear out of 10 so far. That's pretty good, but keep in mind, we are on the ones that don't have primaries yet. So shield, this is great. Speed, accuracy, crit rate, crit damage. Speed, accuracy, crit damage. This is the throwaway. And then crit damage, speed, accuracy, probably usable. And then crit rate, crit damage, accuracy. So I would say 3 of these were usable. 2 or 3 of these. Let's go high. Let's say 3. So far out of 15, we've got 8 usable. Now we're going to get to the difficult part where we're going to get to the gloves. Now the gloves are where we're really starting to gamble. We need to see HP percentage, critical damage percentage, defense percentage, crit rate, crit damage. I mean, that's it. That's really it. A flat, this is unusable unless speed rose, and then it's just usable for like Arbiter or Lysandra or something. Attack percentage is pretty close to unusable unless this is a bomb team, but bombs don't really scale off critical unless it's like War Mother or something. Then you probably want crit rate gloves. Here's defense percentage, so that might be okay because it has accuracy and speed, maybe on like Piedmont. Flat defense with crit rate, crit damage. This is just bad. And then we got 1 crit damage gloves with speed percentage, HP percentage, or I should say HP and defense percentage with speed. This is nice because obviously crit damage, but we got HP percentage and defense, good stats. Might be very usable depending on how the HP rose. So we got one glove that's usable. The rest these are all throwaways. Maybe the attack percentage and defense percentage, maybe we'll get use out of. We'll keep them. But with definitely 2 are throwaway. Only 1, I would say, that counts out of these. So we're up to 9 out of 20. We got 10 pieces left to go through. Now the chest piece. The chests are the ones I whiff the most on. So HP percentage with attack, crit rate, and speed right off the bat. That's fantastic. The only way this could have been better is if it had crit damage as well. And then we have defense percentage. That's good. I needed one of these as well. HP percentage, accuracy, and then some flat stats. Kind of, okay. Flat defense with crit, yeah, that's a throwaway unless crit damage rose a billion times. Resistance with crit damage and HP and defense. That might be interesting for Mountain King. Accuracy primary with speed, attack percentage, maybe for like Code Heart or somebody that kind of needs to do turn meter reduction, but also damage, or maybe like Royal Guard who might need accuracy. Now the boots. So let's look through the chest. So we got one. We got what? One good one and two total usable. So was that 3 more? So 12. Okay. So we're at 12 out of 25 usable. These are not usable. These are not usable. These are completely usable. Attack percentage with crit rate and crit damage. That's what we're looking for. So that's good. And then flat attack, unusable and unusable. So out of all the boots, we only got one that's good. So we got what we're at 14, 12, or no, 13. 13 out of, what was that? 30 pieces of gear. So less than half of these pieces of gear are usable to good. And I would say less than 5 of these were like really good, like pieces like this, where, you know, that's for sure going to get used. You know, there's not that many of those pieces. So all in all, if you want the breakdown of it, I try to show these so you can kind of see the breakdown. It's probably only worth it to buy gear if, one, you're mass welling out, meaning you don't mind just literally throwing away $100, because what you're trying to do is just get a whole ton of gear for all the characters you weld on, basically. Mass quantity of legendaries. That's the only time. Or if you're in the beginning of the game, because believe it or not, in the beginning of the game, buying gear is more valuable in the end of the game, because getting these pieces of gear is a bigger deal for you earlier on the account than it is later. Like this critical damage glove now at my state in the game just adds a little bit of nicety to have another one of these in my roster. It isn't game changing for me. If I pulled this on the free to play, or I obviously wouldn't pull this on the free to play, but if I had picked this up on an account, you know, that's not as maxed out, right? This would be a pretty big glove pickup. I'm sure people out there watching this video would love that one. Same deal with picking up kind of one of these. I have a really good shield here. Something like one of these, right? Same deal. This is a really good shield. I'm sure this will end up on a Cold Heart or Royal Guard somewhere. But this isn't game changing for me just because I'm looking for 6-star legendary at this point in the game. But this is a good piece of gear. Now, if this was the beginning of the account, again, this is game changing, would completely make your characters better. So I think that in the beginning of an account, it's typically more worth it than it is later in the account. The other thing to keep in mind is when you buy these packs, and you go to roll them. Okay, let me give you an example here. It tends to be, from what I've seen, that they split the rows. You very rarely get like 4 and 1. So if I was going for crit rate, right, like this one, it's probably not going to go crit rate again unless I get stupid lucky. Now it's all cognitive bias. It's all even chances. There's not really any weird thing to it. It's just, it seems to me when you get a lot of pieces of gear, there's double layers of RNG, whereas the Ancient Shards, it's a single layer of RNG. Well, I mean, this one, of course, is now going to disprove me as we're talking about it. I mean, I'm not going to be upset about it if it gives me crit rate the whole time. This is throwing me off now. I'm sitting here, I'm like, it's actually going to roll crit rate down. Now I just want to like sit here and see if, are we going to get crit rate again? Or are we going to get 23%? Is it trying to really ruin my day here? But on Ancient Shards, when you buy shards, right? Holy moly. Wow. It is really, okay, this video, we're going to have to dump this. Yeah, this game is trying to, okay, well, we're going all the way. We're going all the way, I guess. Are we going to pull a god piece during this video? I mean, if this rose crit rate again and we get like a 28%, something crazy crit rate. You know how this is a game-changing piece now. At this point, this is like a top, even as is, this is a good piece of gear. The only thing we don't want now is like accuracy. What I was going to say is ancient shards have one layer of RNG. You open the shard, you see what you get. Okay, you get the legendary, you're down. While these have double layer of RNG. You got to get the right one. Okay, crit damage is good for that. You got to get the right one, and then after you get the right one, it still has to roll right. Now, sometimes it'll roll right and you get crazy stuff like this, but more times than not, that's not really the situation. It's going to end up being where you take these pieces of gear, and let's see if I can actually do an example this time without it proving me wrong, and you try to roll it, and the first thing it's going to do is roll resistance, and then you're out $20 because it was the only good piece of gear you got, and it didn't roll anyway. Whereas the ancient shards, when you buy them at a very minimum, wow, okay, I guess it's going to be nothing but crit rate. Also, with the artifact leveling event coming up, I want to let you guys know the best way to prepare for that is to get your artifact pieces to 15 and then just ding them at 16 when the event happens. Obviously, it's tomorrow, so don't level anything now. Just if you don't prepare them to 15 now, just go 1 to 16. But I'm saying in the future, after this event, when you're leveling stuff, unless you need the piece right away, try to keep it at 15 so that last level you can ding during the artifact event. I'm kind of leveling these now because I want to show you guys. I'm hoping I get a couple god pieces so I can show you them here at the end of this video, but we'll see. So I've been going through and just leveling up pieces of gear to like 8 just to see, and this is the one that hurts the most, the flat row here, because these crit damage gloves are probably one of the best pickups from this whole pack, $100 worth, and like instantly when it hits that, that's just such a negative to it, you know? Really is a kick in the chops. I'll show you what I got though. So obviously, the biggest pickup here is this. This is the biggest one. I've also leveled some of the weapons trying to see, and we got a lot of like crit rate, accuracy type of stuff on these weapons. I haven't really got anything like this one here, rope resistance. I haven't got anything that's been too amazing. This one wrote attack and HP, which is kind of a bummer because crit rate would have been a big deal again. Then we got this helmet here where it rode speed and then crit rate. I'm going to wait till the artifact event to take that to 16. So that's a pretty decent roll. This helmet ended up rolling resistance when it could have rolled crit rate or something again. I might try that to 16. And then these ones are just mostly trash. I might try rolling the speed or the crit rate on this one later. But other than that, I've really been going through and just kind of leveling. That's the biggest pickups I've got so far. If you want my personal opinion on gear sets, I would really only, if you're considering purchasing it, $20, $40, whatever it may be, really what it breaks down to me is there's only a few sets worth purchasing. Lifesteal in the very beginning of the game, $10, they had it, I bought it, it was okay. One shield set in the very beginning of the game, just to put on any HP person, just to put shields on everyone to walk through the campaign, which is only if they had the $10 offer, which I don't even think they do anymore. Other than that, the only ones really are crit damage and divine speed. Crit damage and divine speed are the ones that you can buy throughout the entirety of the game, and they're not entirely a waste. Divine speed probably more so, whereas crit damage could be a little bit of a waste because you can farm it. Divine speed, you can't really farm it. Other than that, it's probably not worth it to buy gear packs. You can see that I have spent a lot of money on gear. I've probably spent $500 on gear over my time in this game, and I have a pretty good amount of like divine speed and crit damage. That's where I've spent the majority of it. I don't really like these like divine critical rate or immortal savage, anything like that. I really stick to pretty much these ones, as they tend to be the stuff I use the most. Okay, guys, if you have any questions or anything, feel free to leave it down in the comments. If you want me to go over anything in particular for the next video, let me know. And hope to see you on the live stream today, guys. I love you. Please remember to hit the subscribe button. We have gone up a pretty good amount of subscribers lately. The channel is back to being hype again. So if you'd like to be in the Whale Pod, hit the sub button. You're not in the Whale Pod if you're not subbed.